Hey everybody, what's going on? We have a special guest today over here making an appearance. She's very camera shy, but she's here just for you guys today. We are here with a timeless reading. We're starting off with the Ten of Swords, which can feel like something is finally over. I'm seeing the King of Cups. So this looks like you're getting your bearings here. You can feel also too like you're getting to the point of coming to terms with something as well. This looks like it has to do with a transition that's being made. So Ten of Swords, King of Cups, Two of Swords, the Hierophant. There can be a bigger question that you have that's being answered. Or that you're looking for the answer to. Whatever it was that you were doing before, even though transitioning out of something can be hard, because you can be doing something and be like, I know that maybe it's not completely aligned for me, but it's still challenging to sort of move forward with things. What I'm seeing is that there's a coming to terms that's happening here with you going from like one thing to the next thing. And I'm seeing right now, to have you coming out as the King of Cups, there's a really big focus on sort of how you're tending to your emotions and your feelings and your mental health as you're moving through this, and like your moods and stuff like that. I am seeing something that you're getting to the point of like maybe being ready to see, or maybe being ready to decide on. There can be a big decision that's connected with like commitment and where you're moving to and what it is that you're doing. I'm seeing the Hierophant here, which is feeling significant. Let's see if we can clarify. This can also be like trying to make sense of where you belong. What I am seeing is that as much as it can feel tough because you're sort of in the middle of something right now, we're ending over here with the Six of Pentacles, which means that what you're moving towards and where you're going to find yourself is within a situation that feels much more agreeable to you, especially in relation to your values. Ooh, the Hierophant is a challenge. So I'm seeing it be like this. Hierophant can be something that you committed to that you may feel like is no longer resonating with you anymore, or it's not as aligned. So it can be like any sort of commitment, but Hierophant can also be like our stubbornness, and it can be how like our belief systems can sometimes keep us trapped within things. And so it can be about sort of like breaking out from that traditional outlook and breaking into something else. This can even be going from doing something in a more uniform way to like a more abstract or different type of way, or taking a less commonly like traveled path, something like that. Because when the Hierophant is connected with like a challenge, seeing Nine of Wands come out here, it can be like, I'm doing this because like I was raised to do this, or I'm doing this because like I've always done it this way. It can be those types of things that they may not fit for us where we are anymore, and we may have grown out of certain things, but because we're like familiar with it, or we've always done it like that, it can be challenging for us to break out of it. So that it can be too like, I always thought I was going to make money this way, and now I may make money like a different way, but because of that, like I always thought that it should be done this way, it can make it more challenging for us to explore what may actually be more aligned. But I am seeing that you're potentially like making the choice to move away from this because you feel like something else is going to be more fitting for you. Like you moving towards the Six of Pentacles, I'm seeing that this is about making the choice to check in with yourself and ask yourself like whether or not you feel like something is the right fit for you anymore, and allow yourself to transition all the way out of that. Because what it seems like to me is that you may be finding yourself within a situation. Hierophant can also be like the routines that we have too. You may be finding yourself in a situation, and when you check in, there's this part of you that's like, I know that I don't really feel like particularly fulfilled here, but I'm making potentially the choice to stay in this for other reasons. But you may be getting to the point where like that's not enough for you anymore. And so even though you'd been very familiar with whatever this thing that the Hierophant is for you, it looks like you're going to be moving forward. Can also be like the traditional way of doing things too. You're going to really like this new chapter that you're opening up into. I'm seeing something that feels empowering. There's a sense of agency. I'm seeing you genuinely enjoying it. You also feel like you have a sense of freedom. And it feels stable. Like I'm getting something that it feels like it can't be taken away from you. And that's the beauty of this. Wow. So we have Nine of Pentacles and we have Ace of Pentacles, and if you add those together, it's the Ten of Pentacles, and that's what came out right after. Nine of Pentacles is also you making choices that you want to make because you're like, if I'm really listening to myself, things are going to fall into place and I know it's going to work out. And this looks like it has to do with a new chapter that's starting as you're closing out something else. And it looks like you feel sort of like the old you was in that last chapter, and the you sort of that you're becoming is entering into this new chapter. So I'm getting you feel differently. Just like the way that you're showing up, it feels like there's a sense of growth that like, because of the way that you're growing and expanding, you may not have been able to fit in that old cycle anymore. So that was also another sign for you to transition out of it, is what I'm seeing. And I'm getting things be good for you too. Like Nine of Pentacles means that after this old cycle comes to a close, you're going to find yourself really enjoying things. Ace of Pentacles is about this new chapter, and Ten of Pentacles is feeling like really solid within this. Like you feeling really good and being like, this is so much better than what I was doing before. And you're happy too. We have the Sun coming out. This looks like it's the answer that you've been looking for. Oh, and the Ace of Swords. And that's going to feel really clear to you. But it could have been something where you were like, well, I'm not going to know until I actually experience it, like whether or not this is the right thing, but I'm seeing you move in this direction, and it just speaks for itself. That's what I'm seeing. So things are feeling really good. You're enjoying this new chapter. You're feeling empowered as you're moving through it. It feels very solid for you. And having the Sun here, it's like, this is what I want to be focused on. This is what I want to bring my attention to. And I feel very happy doing that. It feels also very clear to you, like you don't question whether or not you feel happy here. You do, and you know that. So it's no question at all. And it feels stable as well. All of these cards in this second row are about abundance, stability, things being like having a clean slate where you feel like there's a sense of things being fresh. And even though there's that sense of a clean slate, I'm seeing a lot of things that feel steady already. And it does feel very much like it's just speaking for itself. It does look like there's something that's becoming like more and more solid too, and it's just taking some time for that structure to emerge. I'm seeing really it's a time. Four of Wands can be a time of celebration where you feel really happy. It can be you like committing to things. I'm seeing Three of Cups here too, so it's like I'm feeling supported. So whoever this is that's around you that you're connecting with or getting involved with, I'm seeing it feel like there's a lot of reciprocity, whether this be with like a partner or your friendships or something else entirely. There's a lot of feeling like things are aligned with your values, especially like relationship wise with what you're doing and who you're spending your time with and how you're socializing too. For some of you, I'm seeing that be a thing as well. If ending that old chapter was important, because I'm seeing that it sort of birthed you into this new chapter where you feel like an independent body in a way. It feels like it's allowing the things to come in for you that you may have been like, I want to experience these things, or like, why am I not there yet? Or what's blocking me? And it was because of needing to end that last chapter that I'm seeing come to a close. Let's see if we can get a clarifier on what that is. Seems like something you may have needed to take into your own hands. Like you may have been called to action in some way. Yeah, I feel a sense of you maybe having been, you had to communicate something about, you had to communicate something that may have been difficult to communicate, but it was genuinely how you felt, regardless sort of everything else that was going on. Because I'm seeing the challenge was for you to express yourself in a transparent way. So that means also too you getting in touch enough with how you're feeling to then communicate that. But it can also be like reading the signals and the messages that you're getting from yourself and spending time interpreting that and then taking action based off of what you're translating. So 10 of Swords is closing out and it leads to 9 of Pentacles. So that means that 10 of Swords can be like a more challenging thing that we're doing, and then after you get shifted into the next cycle, I'm seeing you be like looking around, feeling good about things, feeling good about where you are. I'm also seeing you feel very grounded and very like together. Like things are feeling stable for you on an emotional level, and you look anchored, and that you're stepping into this new chapter with like a level head is what this feels like. I'm seeing still there be a point that's coming up where something is being decided upon. This can be like a long-term goal that you're trying to choose, or something goal-oriented, or something having to do with security, stability, that type of thing. Or it can just be like your more long-term stuff. It can be housing stuff as well. Couple different things. Seems also like faith was something that helped motivate you through this. Like maybe that was something that felt solid for you to help you go where you needed to go. I'm also seeing things in a bigger sense, like 6 of Swords and 4 of Wands feels like you're moving to a space where you're like, oh, like this is why I did all of that stuff, so I could be here. And I'm seeing things feel very, very balanced, but it looked like needing to cut off some dead leaves in order for the plant to begin flourishing, and that's what's happening here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.